Welcome to Rick Snider's Washington, where you get the whole story. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Well, is Micah Parsons coming to Washington? Well, not anytime soon, and I'm not sure anytime at all. But hey, a lot of chatter about it because Parsons was at a big convention for fans and all. And his buddy Kevin Durant spoke on his behalf, saying he thought that Parsons would be in Washington in the next couple of years. Now, Durant is a D.C. native and a big Commanders fan. But, funny thing is, he just got traded again. He's played for, half the teams in the league in the NBA. Never made it back to Washington for hometown fans. Hoping he gives us one last year. Maybe he comes here. But anyway, he's speaking on Parsons' behalf because Parsons can't talk about things like this. You get in trouble. He's under contract with Dallas for another year, and then they could tag him. So really 2 years. And then it's kind of hard. Dallas usually pays, though. When they get to it at the end, they pay the money. Now, could they go ahead and trade Parsons if he really forces the issue to Washington because he likes playing for Dan Quinn, who was his defensive coordinator in Dallas before last year when Quinn came here? Trading a good player inside the division in the prime of his career. One thing to palm off McNabb on Washington, but that was the end of his career. But I don't see that. Adam Peters often says you have to pay a premium to trade in the division, but to trade, a good player coming to Washington like that, you're going to give up too much for that. And it's going to cost a fortune. And in 2 years, you've got to start worrying about the Jaden Daniels contract. So I don't really see this happening, but it's, it's June. We got nothing else to talk about. And they started it. So, it's open game for that. But I don't see it. It's too bad because I was always hoping Washington would get Parsons in the draft a few years ago, and they just couldn't get to him in time. I'm Rick Snider. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon.